And also, and this will sound ridiculous, but we get so formal and so tense about culture. I'll use culture to my advantage to help speed up the pace of this. And I might even be crass. And so I'll say, and my interpreter and I work very closely together. They know I'm going down these roads. They're already prepared. So they've already pre translated. And sometimes they'll just take the entire conversation over for me because we've built trust. But I'll say something like, can I make a crass comment? Because I just got to say, like us Americans, like we often talk about things like, whatever. And then I'll say something about tits or ass or something like that. Cause these are all dudes, right? And they're army dudes. And army dudes are army dudes wherever you got. I'm saying army, Navy, Air Force, whatever it's going to be. They're all the same kind of people. And these guys, to a man, would lower. Poof, you can almost see the screen come down. Oh, thank God. Jesus Christ, you guys are an uptight bunch of guys. And they would, and I'm sure Gavin has stories like this too. But the big story I have is I'll sit with my colonel, I'm working with, and I know the answer to these questions. And I would tell my interpreter, I know you'll forget, but I'm doing my job. So when I ask you a question about culture to give to the person we're talking to, and you look at me and go, Pete, you know the answer to that. I want you to ask them the question on purpose. I know the answer. I know that you know that I know the answer, but you need to do it so they can come to me. And so I'm like, hey, does Ramadan work like this? And I'll do some premise that's not quite right. And then my interpreter all the time, I'd be like, Pete, what are you doing? And I'm like, remember I told you about that? Oh, yeah, right. And so they would get a little clever and they would say, he wants this. And then all the time, these Iraqis would say, religion isn't that big of a deal to us. You guys think so, but it's not. Here's how important religion is. We're in Ramadan right now. Do you want to drink some whiskey? Because I have some on my desk. And then I stand up. Anytime I've offered a shot in combat, yes, of course I will, whether it's an American or an Iraqi or whatever. And I go over or sleeve of it. So whatever it's going to be, I take it because it just crushes barriers
Oh
that
yeah.
were between us. We just become real people, especially if did you make it yourself? Did you buy it from your friend? Awesome. And now I've destroyed just all these barriers, and it's no longer a maze. It's just a direct path. And that's how Pete becomes the advisor as opposed to just another American who's in this maze going around trying to find the center hole.
Yeah, you found the central thing to unite under. Hey, no matter, forget all of us at our core, you and I are just average, regular, everyday people. Can we, and you
Right.
can both unite under that banner. And if you can connect with them that deeply, yeah, that's powerful.
Yeah. Doesn't always happen, but a lot of times food is a big divider. I would bring the locals, the right ones, the VIPs, onto the camp, but I would insist that the army treat them like VIPs.